Imagine a world, not unlike our own, where global trade routes hummed with activity and empires stretched across continents. Then, almost overnight, it all came crashing down. Around 1200 BCE, a shadow fell across the eastern Mediterranean. A complex, interconnected world of powerful kingdoms and thriving cities simply vanished. Palaces burned, trade ceased, and entire cultures slipped into centuries of silence. This wasn't just a crisis, it was the world's first widespread dark age. But what force could bring such mighty civilizations to their knees? Before the collapse, the Late Bronze Age was an era of unprecedented connection and wealth. From Mycenaean Greece to the Hittite Empire in Anatolia, and the mighty new kingdom of Egypt, vast palace economies fueled sophisticated societies. Goods, ideas, and people moved freely across the Aegean and Near East, creating a vibrant tapestry of cultures bound by shared commerce and diplomacy. At the heart of this prosperity was bronze itself. A revolutionary alloy of copper and often tin, it forged superior tools and weapons, defining an entire era. But tin was rare, found in few places, unlike common copper. This scarcity spurred vast trade networks, like those connecting Mycenaean Greece with the Nordic Bronze Age cultures, who exported amber and imported vital metals, becoming expert metalworkers themselves. This intricate web of supply and demand was the very foundation of their power, yet also their greatest vulnerability. Yet, beneath the surface of this glittering age, cracks began to form. Historians believe a confluence of factors started to destabilize the region. Evidence suggests climate change brought widespread droughts, straining agricultural systems. Earthquakes may have shattered vital infrastructure, and diseases could have swept through dense urban centers, weakening populations already under stress. These weren't isolated incidents, they were systemic tremors in a fragile global system. As internal pressures mounted, external threats materialized. One prominent theory points to the Sea Peoples, various groups whose invasions are believed to have contributed to the widespread destruction of cities and towns. Imagine the terror as these forces swept down coastlines, leaving behind a trail of devastation. The sheer violence of these attacks, coupled with existing vulnerabilities, proved too much for many kingdoms to bear. The results were catastrophic. The palace economies of Mycenaean Greece, the Aegean region, and Anatolia disintegrated. The grand centers of power, once symbols of wealth and stability, crumbled into ruins. The Hittite Empire, a dominant force for centuries, collapsed entirely. It was a sudden, violent, and culturally disruptive end for many, marking a sharp material decline across the previously thriving region. As the Bronze Age world shattered, the very foundation of its economy shifted. Economic disruptions, possibly linked to the increased availability and adoption of ironworking, meant bronze became less central. The reliance on scarce tin, which had driven such extensive trade, began to diminish. This gradual change in metallurgic technology ushered in a new era, but not before plunging the region into what is known as the Greek Dark Ages, a period of isolation and decline. Not everyone vanished. While the Hittite Empire collapsed entirely, powerful states like the Middle Assyrian Empire in Mesopotamia and the New Kingdom of Egypt survived, though in significantly weakened forms. And in the wake of the giants' retreat, other cultures found new opportunities. The Phoenicians, for instance, enjoyed increased autonomy and power as the military presence of Egypt and Assyria in West Asia waned, gradually reshaping the political landscape. For the Aegean region, the aftermath was profound. The sophisticated palace economies transformed into small, isolated village cultures. The Greek Dark Ages, a period from around 1100 to 750 BC, saw a sharp material decline. The grandeur and complexity of the Bronze Age faded, replaced by simpler ways of life. It was a long, slow climb out of this period, eventually leading to the better-known Archaic Age, but the scars of the collapse would shape the civilizations that followed for centuries. The Bronze Age collapse stands as a stark reminder that even the most advanced and interconnected global systems, while offering immense prosperity, can harbor profound vulnerabilities. When one part of that intricate web falters, be it climate, trade, or security, the ripple effects can cascade, bringing down entire civilizations. It teaches us that complexity can be a double-edged sword, and that the foundations of our world, however strong they seem, are always worth examining. The story of the Bronze Age collapse is a powerful echo from antiquity, reminding us of the fragility of even the greatest achievements. While we strive for accuracy, history is always being rewritten as new evidence emerges. Check our sources in the description below to explore this fascinating period further. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, hit that like button, subscribe to Echoes of History, and join us next time for another dive into the annals of time.